Hear this now. This lovely couple has ordered $137.
Which we order all the time, food all
for
the
the
time.
45 minutes they've been here, and they are refusing to pay.
My
We're
wife
refusing
ordered
to
the
pay.
pork chops that were cooked too
So-
hard.
We get the pork chop that is on there, call not call the people
Go
here.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We
Just
never
throw me
said we
something
wanted to get
now.
our money.
Because I want everybody to hear.
My husband is a disabled veteran. He works a job as well. We got plenty of money. We're not refusing to pay.
Listen,
We said we are refusing to pay for the pork chops we never got.
this is what I want from y'all. I will not be bullied in my own restaurant.
Bullied?
Somebody come in here.
You
and
bullying
want
no
free food
customer.
of any kind.
Free
So
food.
this is what I want y'all to walk out the door and don't ever come in this restaurant again.
No, we wasn't paying them.
Thank
That
you.
was
Yes, sir.
your problem.
Thank you.
We're just asking what we did not get to be taken off the bill. That's all.
Bill, but the pork chops we didn't receive, that's what I was asking you to take off. It's like anything else that you don't receive, you can pay for, right?
When they were fried
They
hard,
brought
when she bought them out, they were fried hard. She said, "Do you want something else in the plate?" She said, "Well, yeah, give her the steak," and she took the pork chops back, and that's all we're asking for. We eat out all the time. Our bills owe at least 150 everywhere we go.
See that?
Right.
I also see you not wanting to pay the bill.
We don't want to pay for what we didn't order. That's what we didn't get. That's all. It wasn't our fault. We didn't even send back the fried green tomatoes, fried hard as a brick. I got a picture of. We didn't even send those back.
Okay.
We know
All right.
after we ate, sir. He said, "Let's go to Willie's for lunch." I said, "Well, how about the new grill?" Because I would like to try the new grill. We rode over here from Sumter. So he said, "Let's try the new grill." So we came over here. So spend $150 is easy for us for food. We do that all the time, like twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. My money's
talking
gone.
about you coming into my restaurant and complaining about every single thing they bring out to the
No,
table.
I'm complaining about it. If it's something that's fire hard, you gonna eat it?
That's all.
If I pay for a medium rare steak, I want a medium rare steak. I don't want a medium steak or a well done steak.
We went down to water. We ate at Doc
I second
97,
you,
the
I
Beavers Den. We ate at Sam
That's
Kendall. We ate at
your
the
restaurant.
Colton. We spent $500 when we can just eat now.
Sit down there.
But no, he's acting like you don't have the money to pay.
That's not at all what
You
I
just
said.
said we're not prepared to pay that bill. And he leaves 20,
You said that you didn't wanna pay
20% tip everywhere we
No,
go.
she said
And
we
go
didn't
to
wanna pay
Sam
for it.
Kendall. We left a good review on everything. Sam B. Colson, we leave a good review. Go to Doc 97, we
get
leave a
all
good
worked
review. Go to Beavers Den, we
Babe,
leave a good
don't get
review.
all worked up.
We even leave good reviews because we get good service. And she's like, $140, that's a lot for
All
food.
we
That's
need
not a
is
lot.
what we pay for, that's all. That's like cut and dry.
Oh, God. So let's dive into this. Okay, so there's a few things in rep. I like to take notes. I take notes. I do the same thing I do at work, whatever. I take notes. So the main thing was there's a few things wrong with this. Actually, I am actually on the side of the actual patrons and not the owner. I'm gonna tell you why. If you bring somebody a pork chop, first of all, certain meats you got to cook right. Pork chops, you definitely don't mess around with pork. The pork tapeworm, the pork bacterias and viruses that it has from being undercooked. And you can also overcook it to where the food is not even edible. You just don't mess with pork. I don't eat pork like I used to, but one thing I know is when I had to cook, because my grandma, she loved bacon and all this stuff. You have to cook pork right. If the waitress came and she took the pork chop and took it back and gave him a replacement, but you guys still left the pork chop on there, then take the pork chop off. That's what any business would do. You cannot get mad at people for saying that, hey, this pork chop is undercooked or it's overcooked or the food is not right. I mean, if the food is not right, then you need to go talk to the cook back there and say, hey, people are saying you ain't cooking this food right. What's going on? I mean, why should somebody have to pay for some poorly cooked food? I mean, that's just common sense. So that was a red flag to me right there. The other thing is, for me personally, based off the clientele that was in there, and that being an establishment by a white guy like that, I wouldn't have ate there no way. The food would have been unseasoned anyways. Like, to be honest about it, let's just keep it strictly 100. Those type of establishments, I've been to a few that was in Texas. So a few barbecue houses and stuff. When I tell you all they did, right? I'm not trying to be mean, but all the white establishments did there for the barbecue places was rely on the sauce. I said I could have did this at home. I could have put some meat on the grill, got me some barbecue sauce from the grocery store, and just slapped it on there without any seasoning on it. Anybody could do that. I said, pretty much you guys are relying on the sauce. You're not relying on anything you're not relying on the seasoning and the flavor of the food. And when you cook, food is expensive as it is. And also, food is depending on where you get it, you want to make sure your food is healthy. So people go to Sprouts or they go to Whole Foods. They go to places like this to get foods that's like organic. We take out time to do that stuff. People want the food to be good. So that's just one of those things right there. I wouldn't eat there no way. I've been to a few places like that, those mom and pop type shops like that, and the food be unseasoned and bland. So I don't even know why the black folks is in the first place. So to me, that was on the black folks on that part. Then he said they were always complaining about the food. All they complained about was the pork chop. If the pork chop was not cooked right, as I stated before, undercooked, overcooked, not seasoned, whatever. Actually, you don't have to do a lot to pork chops because pork chops already have a lot of salt. So you mostly just do like a garlic and butter. You put a little pepper on it. You might put a little salt, little garlic salt, and that's it. But you don't do a lot to any of that stuff. And I think that's a problem. Like if people back there don't know how to cook it, just say, hey, they don't know how to cook it. But to say that the customer is complaining about food that's not cooked right, just what a lot of people do at a lot of restaurants, is kind of mind-boggling to me. What made me really side with the patrons over him was that this man decided to publicly, in front of people, all the people that's in there eating in the restaurant, he got the receipt. They don't want to pay for this meal and this bill. That is so unprofessional. That is, I don't know how to slice it. That is so unprofessional. You don't do that. We're seeing in times where people think that that's cute, and to me that first of all, I don't like when I'm going to eat. I don't like drama. When I'm going to eat or when I'm getting a massage or anything that's like service related, and I'm going there to spend money to relax. I don't want to hear no drama. I don't want to hear this is what's going on, or that's what's going on, or this person's about to fight, or this person's about to quit, or people back there arguing back in the back. That's not my problem. To be honest, you just don't do that. And for him to, and then it was goofy because I'm like, he looks stupid because just take the damn pork chop off. Take it off. The girl took it, she took the pork chop back. She brought something else. Take the pork chop off. Just take it off. It's not difficult. Like people today make stuff so difficult. And this is why, for one, I can't work in the service industry because I don't like working with a lot of people in the service industry, and I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not the most intelligent people to work with. They know basic numbers. They like, okay, I worked $7.25. I'm supposed to get this, and I mopped and did this for 2 cents. It's like that. It's not a very high level of intelligence, and not just that. Even with the managers, there's not a level, not a lot of intelligence there. And then the customers. I've seen too many of the customers coming in fighting the workers and spitting on them and throwing things on them. Can't be me. Can't be me. We not playing around with throwing water and juice, and we're just not going to do that. And you know what? You don't have to believe me. Let me go show you what I'm talking about. So we're just gonna go to good old YouTube. YouTube always has stuff that's on there. And let's go ahead and click on YouTube, and let's say customers. I'm going to say annoying customers. It popped up instantly. I didn't even have to say nothing. Annoying customers at restaurants. All right, so let's see here. We can just look at a few things. Oh, let's see. This must be good.
$2. Green peppers. Green peppers. And some black olive. Put it in more black. Like, without masks and not.
You want sauce?
I said that's the last thing I want.
Okay,
I don't want sauce all over it.
okay, great. So it's all good.
No, that's the opposite of what I said. I said I don't want sauce all over it.
All right, so it's all good? We're good?
The opposite of what I said. And I'd like to get that.
So you know, all the soups do have pepper in it and salt.
It all has vast amounts of
You know,
pepper.
it will have seasonings.
It has pepper and all tomatoes.
Do you mind?
Well, can't you open up theirs instead and make sure and touch theirs? They didn't touch your sandwich, okay? But you should have gloves on when he's handling the food like that. You can do that, don't
We
worry
haven't
about it.
touched the sandwich at all.
Okay, that's your sandwich. That's
That's it.
Could you open up your sandwich?
That was steak and cheese wrap. Steak and cheese wrap.
It's not ready now.
But just make sure you do theirs.
See, that's one video. Hold on. Guess no, I'm not gonna play it because they'll probably do a copyright thing on that one. Oh, see here, right there. You see, I don't even need to play the video. Just threw stuff all on the girl. Like, come on. Like, I cannot do it. I can't work in public service.
You have to go, right? Tell them to go.
And now they're waiting on. Why they be back up?
Who's he talking about?
Yeah, I'd like to order today. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Yes.
A 4-year-old. Wow.
I'd like to order today.
Can we get the stuff to go since we're not welcome, children are not welcome to.
Children are welcome if the adults are here with them.
But this was the time I put that one, no, excuse me, no, nothing, I'm trying to do another thing, I have bad knees and all. They're running in and out of here, in and out. I'll get them did. You weren't nasty, because you came outside. I'm going to fight, they want that love. You have to go, this is Wendy, Wendy, you have like a school.
Right, it is Bronco school.
Wait, can we just have to go?
This is-
I don't want anything.
No. I'm going to run on the
I'm not
place.
favoring.
It's totally ridiculous and the
And I
parents
won't
will be here
contact
tomorrow.
them.
and expect-
I got their direct line. My number, please.
Goodbye, I'll go to some place where kids behave.
Find out.
You see, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, don't nobody have time? Oh, and then this right here, a coworker fights rude cuss. Oh yeah. Hold on. Oh, she comes. We gotta play it. She comes behind the counter. Oh God. Oh, that was playing. They in there playing around. A&E has some good stuff, but this is what I be telling y'all. You be having. I just can't work in public service like that because I end up trying to fight. I end up fighting somebody. I already know how it is. I'm not doing that with you. But you know what? We about to end this segment. Sorry, I'm drinking. You know, drinking tea every day is really good for you. You know, I might start. What I might start doing is I might talk about some of the things at the end of the segments of like some of the products I use, or just have a show of products, good or bad. Because you know I'm gonna tell it like it is. If I don't like the product, I don't like it. So let's Karen's Lives Matter.ca posted this with his BS, I would say, topic. Instagram is just another pair of Karens trying to eat for free while attempting to play victim for their social media audience. Are they justified? Is the owner completely out of line? Please vote. Come on, bro. You're looking for clicks. Well, we get it. I understand. Get your clicks in. Barbara Jeans, the owner is mad his overcooked food was rejected. I agree. Miss K.S. Dolmy, whatever that is. Owner is the Karen. Exactly. Pearl Quinn, $2,000. I'm with the couple on this one. I agree. And M Banks 94. What's the name and address of this restaurant? You know what? Let's click on this. Let's see if somebody knows. Of course, you're probably unemployed. And people get into it. They get into arguments. I'm not dealing with that. Parky 75. Wow, owner won't last long. Black Beauty from Philly. Why y'all explaining anything? Ritchie, the owner is wrong. So pretty much I stated this. I don't even need to read the rest of the comments. The owner's in the wrong. He's in here trying to publicly shame somebody for his undercooked or overcooked food, however you want to put it. Probably unseasoned at that. Let's keep it strictly 100. And now he's upset that somebody talking about it. And so for him to even think that that was okay to talk to all the customers in his establishment with drama, you never bring drama to your business. I mean, that's where you're trying to make money. You're not trying to scare people away from that. This is a huge problem for me. So yeah, this ends today's segment. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.